And we do have some breaking news. The governor, Scott Walker, has just declared a state of emergency within the past few minutes. But through this dark time, we are hearing stories of triumph through tragedy. Jamie Perez reports.
We're hearing sounds today that we couldn't hear yesterday. While the storm drains work overtime, the water that once flooded these streets recedes, leaving many people like Barb Olsen with a mess to clean up.
Well, the rain gauge holds 5 inches, but it overflowed.
Never before seen flooding, and never before has she had to care for numerous people stranded in front of her home.
They could not go any further. They were stalled. They had to have help to get out of their cars. The road was flooded with water up to their door handles on their cars.
She housed several groups of people for several hours last night.
5 people, a dog, a baby. I think I've lost count.
Some with medical conditions that couldn't wait for the floodwaters to drain.
It was very wet and cold and diabetic. She needed some nourishment, and so we helped her out. She revived, and then my husband walked her home very late last night.
Barb managed to care for others, all while trying to figure out how to get her own home out of the floodwaters.
Went around the house. It was like 2 rivers on either side of the house, and then it went into the garage.
Her home is recovering, and the people she cared for doing okay too, thanks to her.
There were all sorts of people out here, and they're all okay now.
While Barb had minimal damage after the water levels dropped in her home, it's a day she will never forget.
And we've seen some flooding, but never like this.
In Madison, Jamie Perez, WISC, News 3.
And the floodwaters were felt near and far. Barb's sister lives in Black Earth and tells us she came home last night to a flooded basement and 14.5 inches of rain.